Everybody, welcome to Remil, and I'm your host. I'm gonna do a live video feed because my message to you today is how to sell more your shit. So I'm gonna help you figure out a strategy, a plan that you can implement today to sell a unit extra. And when you figure out that this time hearing of at Sales Remastered, let me introduce myself. My name is Daniel. I'm the host. And on my channel, what I do is I share specific strategies and details of emotional intelligence selling, so EQ selling. And why this is effective, or what makes me different, is that I teach you sales in itself is not just your job, like what you do for work or what you do for income, but sales is a part of our lives. And I think that the true determination of how far you're going to go in life or in sales or just in general is really going to be dependent on your ability to sell yourself. And you might be like, well, Daniel, what am I trying to sell myself, bruh? And I'm going to answer that. What you're trying to sell yourself on is you're trying to sell yourself on creating and starting the right habits and developing the right mindset and developing the right perception. And it might sound easy, right? It might sound like, oh man, I got this, bro. Scoot aside, I got this. And I get it. You know, everything always sounds easy until it's not. And so my channel is actually, even though you hear a lot of lingo and you hear a lot of verbiage that evolves around real estate, because I myself am a mortgage banker, I'm a production manager, meaning that I sell and I also manage a team. And all I'm doing is sharing the information and strategies that I myself have used on my climb and what I see personally working right now, today. And so, unlike your other influencers who haven't sold in a while, or maybe your sales trainer or your sales manager or your sales coach who hasn't necessarily sold in a while, and I'm not saying they're bad or anything. I'm not saying that, they don't know what they're talking about. What I am saying, though, is it takes more than an application. It takes more than a software. It takes more than some crazy gizmo app to make you a 10-figure stunner. And so my question to you is, I did a question or a survey on Instagram, which if you haven't checked out the Instagram feed, you got to check out the Instagram feed. There's going to be a link below this video. And what's going to happen is when you actually visit that feed on Instagram, I do stories and I'll do surveys. I'll do, snapshots of my current team's score and where we stand. And I do this for a few reasons. Number one is I understand that everyone every day is on a mission to score. It's on a mission to score, meaning that you're on a mission to achieve one goal, right? Or probably a few, depending on how, tenacious you are and shit. But if you're motivated, if you're hungry, you might have a lot of goals, right? And depending on your focus, a lot of those goals could be slowly, getting closer to being accomplished, or they could just be far off. So all you do is collect goals and shit. And I'm speaking from experience that with a coach or with a mentor or some sort of experience behind you, like backing you up, showing you, what's to come behind door number one, door number two, or door number three, your chances of succeeding is increased, so much so that you're able to save a ton of time that way. And so my announcement, the reason why why I titled this video how to sell more, is because I got two courses that are going to help you sell. I got one which is called The Close, and The Close is primarily how to hunt, how to sell, and how to close it, right? How to create the sale, how to actually do the sale. So you're transitioning from hello to application to selling to closing, and it's giving it to you in order, and it's showing you how to do each phase. And not only that, but you're getting the wording, you're getting the scripting, etc. And so The Close is a mini course, and it's showing you everything from origination to selling to marketing to closing to setting up the urgency to answering objections, everything wrapped into one, right? And then you have the secret formula. The secret formula has the close in it, but goes way deep. It goes deep on how to develop the right mindset, how to develop the right systems that adhere to the systems of your own business and your own job, and create an automated producing engine, right? Like a fine-tuned engine, like just a conveyor belt. And it doesn't just show you like, hey, you got to put a file here and then put it here and put it there. It actually shows you what roadblocks you're going to get, what roadblocks you're going to come up against, and what challenges you're going to meet. And so it's real interesting to see, something that's not only telling you, right, the good practices, but actually telling you word for word and giving you the right script and giving you the right tools. And so that's what the course library is about. If you want to check out the course, go to my About tab on my page, and there's going to be links to all the social media channels that I'm on. But more importantly, there's going to be a link to my course. It's going to say course library or courses. And if you haven't downloaded the free script, whether the course is your thing, right, at least get a copy of the free script, because that free script is fire. It's going to help you generate more sales. And so as I had planned, I want to share with you some information that's going to help you increase your sales. And not only am I sharing it with you, but I'm also giving it to you for free all day, every day. And so if you check out the channel at SalesRemastered, if you consider subscribing and hitting that bell, you're going to see the consistency. You're going to see the topics. The topics, more importantly, are relevant today. On YouTube, primarily, I have this thing called Breakfast of Champions, which, I take you on a ride, kind of like what I'm doing right now. And by the way, I'm not holding the camera. If anyone is paranoid, oh no, you're driving dangerous, I want you to know that I'm not. And I got this one series called Breakfast of Champions, where I'm trying to put more content out that is really going to help you develop the right mindset and the right habits or at least the right views on how to properly take control of what it is, you're driving every day. And sometimes that answer, what we have a challenge on driving every day, is ourselves. And that's why that's why you get a question of like, how do you stay so motivated? How do you discipline yourself? And if that question has ever came up, like you're trying to figure out like how to get motivated, how to stay focused, how to stay disciplined. And my answer to you is like, if you want the quickest way to get motivated, you want to know a fast track to get hyper focused and to a point where it's like failing is not an option. Well, the answer to that and how you do it is you literally trash all your plan Bs. Like you got to get rid of all your plan Bs. So your plan B might be like, well, I can move in with my mommy and daddy, or I can move in with my friends, or I could move in with my girlfriend, or I got a backup plan. Well, when you remove that backup plan and you know that you got everything on your shoulders, then there comes a point of fear, like fear that you got to protect your status. You fear of failure, right? The reason why it's so hard to make a decision, and the reason why we find it a challenge to make our prospects decide to buy, is because the decision is very hard to make. And so when you make that decision to hold yourself accountable and put yourself out there, but more importantly, it's backed up with a deep understanding of your own weaknesses and your own why. And so if mingling or conversing is not your thing, you'd be like, yo, D, I'm an introvert. I can't really get that far because of my circumstance, or because I got this background, or because I'm of this ethnicity, or because I'm of this sex. That's the reason. Well, if you're accepting that as the reason, then I'm not. Like the only person that can sell you is you. And so that's what I hope to share with you on my channel, is I'm going to show you how to sell yourself. I'm going to show you how to sell yourself first, so that you can sell yourself second, and therefore everyone else will buy your message. And a lot of it has to do with our own deeper understanding, our own mindset, the way we're wired. And I want you to know that you can rewire that shit. Just because you're one way right now, or your circumstances are one way right now, doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. It doesn't mean you always got, it doesn't mean you got to throw in the towel and be like, all right, well, I guess this is it, dog. And I did a live video on my Instagram, and one of the questions that came up was like, well, how do you stay so disciplined? Because I'm in the gym early morning, and it's not the gym. Like the gym isn't my focus. It's the results of my mindset and my attitude and my energy after the gym. And so the gym is just my ABC. It's my bridge, right? Because what I really want is the X, Y, and Z, and that's the result. The X, Y, and Z is all about that. Is all about like, okay, well, you got here, or you get to this mental state, and that mental state just happens to be when you're most confident, right? When you're most motivated, when you got the most hustle on your side, and what I do is I want to share with you that you don't necessarily need to look at those around you. Like you could whip your phone out of your pocket and quickly pull up a video that can mentor you. And these mentor sessions are sessions that I wish I had. I wish I had when I was growing up. I wish I had when I was trying to find my way. And I'm not saying, I'm not using that as an excuse or anything. And what I'm saying is that, hey, this is a reminder to you, boo boo. You got all this shit in your pocket. You got all this on your phone. You're on your phone anyway. Might as well pull up some content that's going to help you generate income to pay that phone, right? And so wherever this message finds you on this Friday, this beautiful day, I just hope that you get past whatever hill you have in front of you. You get past any challenge that you have in front of you. You get past any negative thought you got mixing in your head right now. And I want you to know that not everyone is really going to want you to do better than them, but you got someone right here that wants you to do better than me, because I know if you do better than me, then it means I got to step my game up. And so I want nothing but you doing better than me, because it means my competition's getting more fierce. And if my competition gets more fierce, it means one of us is eating. And if it means that you're eating, just because I said a word, or I made a video, or I said a line that struck a nerve or struck a chord, and it set you on this path of momentum, this path of just wanting more, of hustling, of that aha moment of just like, oh man, you know what? D's right. Fuck this shit. Fuck all the people around me in my surroundings, what they're saying. Like they don't know where I'm going and I'm headed. It isn't where I've been, it's where I'm going. Right? Is that famous song. And if you really want it, then you go get it. Like there's a lot of resources today. The problem is those that are around us, a lot of people within our circle, they're still waiting. And because they're in our circle, we feel like we got to be like them, kind of like we talk like our circle, we dress like our circle, we act like those we're around. And so if those that we're around are waiting, well, fuck, we're going to wait too. And I want to let you know that you don't got to wait. You don't got to wait. And if you wait, then you're just going to build more resentment, because that shit ain't coming to you. You got to go get it. And I hope you get it today. So I hope you enjoyed this live video. Anyone catching this on the replay, thank you. Consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and tagging someone else that needs to see this. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.